What is it, Johnny?
We're
What
gonna
do
do
you want to
something.
talk
We're
about?
gonna need more.
I'm sorry, I'm
for the
just
sales
really.
units.
Yeah,
No, I
honestly,
can
we're gonna
imagine.
do
I
something.
can
We
imagine.
need everybody, and we to class.
So I was having a conversation with Yuri last night.
Who pop off?
Yeah,
Okay.
he ended the whole thing with a question that kind of threw me for a loop. And I know you've spoken to him. I think when the last time you and I spoke, you said that you've had a conversation with him. I want to get your input on something. And then also, while I was having that conversation with him, Shields and Moss rocked up. And they were followed by Alfonso and somebody else. We were on the most northern peak in Toledo by a bench.
I know exactly where
rocked
that
up.
is. I know where that is.
Yeah. And they rocked up, and then, 10 seconds later, Alfonso jumped out of a car. I found it very strange that Shields was like, Alfonso, oh my God, what are you doing here as well? And I was like, ah, shit, this place is popping off. I didn't realize this bench was that fucking popular. But then when they got back in the car, Alfonso told Shields, I'll just follow you. So I assumed that they were there to meet and just try to play it off. But I don't know what the fuck that's about. It's just an observation. I thought I'd pass that on. I don't know if Yuri being privy to that information is a good or bad thing, but he picked it up as well.
Okay. Is that it?
No. The thing that Yuri asked me, which is throw me for a loop, is if I was to do what I do best, make a documentary, interview some people, and have the subject be the Faceless, would I be okay with that? And what questions would I ask? Instinctively, I said yes, because you always say yes first and then decline later.
Because you're Johnny Paps. Yeah.
But once it's simmered a little bit, I don't know not only the repercussions of that, but I don't know what the fuck that even means, honestly. Other than rubble and smoke bellowing to the sky, I don't know anything about those guys in terms of what they're really capable of. And I wanted your just your input on that.
So what's your question?
And is that something that I should be doing? Is it beneficial in any way, or are they just going to take what I do and twist it however they want?
Firstly, I could never ask you to go and speak to a terrorist organization. You know this.
Yeah.
But did you make any kind of inkling of what sort of setting or mechanism it would be to get the answer to those questions?
Nothing. We were just talking about what everybody can do and who's willing, in his words, to put their life on the line. We discussed you a little bit. He did mention that he's had conversations with you and he doesn't think that you'd be willing to put your life on the line. I kind of kicked back on that and said that's what he does every fucking day. I don't know what more somebody can do in terms of putting their life on the line. And then he said, what about you? And I said, that's kind of where my predicament stands, is I don't know what I can do. And he said, what if you do what you do best and just do documentary? your interview style. That's where it came from. There's nothing added to that.
So, if we take what you do best, it's always with the people, right?
Yeah.
So you've
I'd
got
like
to
to think so.
assume that Yuri knows that, and it would be you being with the people, right?
He knows I'm with the people.
No, what I mean is, if you're going to do a documentary on the Faceless, you're going to need to be with the people of the Faceless, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I can't be doing no fucking video call interviews. It just doesn't work.
I think it would depend on the context of where you were meeting them. I would imagine as soon as you did something like that, you'd have to. Oh, if I was you, would contact law enforcement and share it immediately, right? But, if me and you were just talking, as D and Johnny, I would say this could be the biggest interview of your life.
I understand that. But what you said is kind of what I was leaning towards. How do I utilize an opportunity like that? Biggest interview ever to actively help the people, not just get an answer as to why you're doing this, but is there. Listen, I fly under the radar a lot. Just yesterday, Steve and Brandon Valentino were in my vicinity, unmasked, just chatting shit.
I know what I would do.
That's kind of what I'm asking.
I would load up my equipment that I need to do my filming. I would arrange a rendezvous. If I was able to pick the place, I would find somewhere where I could hide a firearm and some ammunition and magazines. I would wait for my opportunity to get to said firearm magazines and try and take as many of those bastards out as I could. Now, if I wasn't able to pick the rendezvous and they told me to be somewhere and they gave me the location last minute, this is what I would do. I would put a gun in the very bottom of the trunk and I'd put some light news stuff and recording equipment at the top. They're likely going to pat me down before I go in, right? I would assume. Yeah. Just after they pat me down, I say, "Oh, can I just grab my camera from the trunk?" I then run and grab my camera and pray to God they didn't search me on my way back in. And obviously I would have picked up the gun, as well as the magazines and ammo. And I wouldn't do anything until right at the very end. So I had everything recorded, and then I'll try to take the bastards out.
Yeah.
Hey, you asked me what I would do.
Fucking walk in the park. No, you're right. You're right. It is not a walk in the park, regardless, right? If I do it the way they want it, I fuck everything else over as well. So I feel like I gotta do something. if this happens, I don't even know what Yuri's connection to them is. I know he is not a fan, but he seems to think that this would help the people.
What did Yuri have to say about me?
He was asking me about you, um, your demeanor, morality, and what I think. If I think you would do the right thing if given the opportunity, and I told him, you know, these he's my guy. He's always for the people. I believe that wholeheartedly, and if given the opportunity, you will always do the right thing. He asked if there's any, given a hypothetical situation where you might have to do something out of the chain of command to some degree. I think the words he said was put your badge down for it. And I said if the badge is getting in the way of justice for the people, he probably would, but he's also very stubborn and somebody that follows command and the oath he took. So that'll have to be one hell of a fucking piece of evidence to make him do that. You mentioned he thinks you're a good leader and that you're destined for some big stuff.
Hmm. Hmm. My life has got infinitely more complicated these last few weeks. And today I've lost my fucking arm.
Yeah, it's not been easy, and I've just watched it from the sidelines. I'll be honest with you, I've seen you go through some shit ever since the fucking ODPD vote thing.
I just don't know what I've got to do right now. I'm gonna fucking figure a way to get my arm working again. I felt lost before I lost my arm. Now I feel, and this is an awful pun, up shit's creek without a paddle. But in this case, I might have even found the paddle, but I don't have an arm to use the paddle with. It's just no use to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you something that I asked Yuri yesterday. Given everything that you've been through, what can we do other than what we're already doing? Is there anything, you've known me for a long time, is there anything you'd say, go do this? This is how you can help the people?
I mean, the problem, Johnny, isn't as simple as how can you help the people. I think you need to start with finding the people that feel they even need help. Because from what I can tell, most people don't even act like this is happening.
Yeah. I agree with that. I bumped into a few people today that just took a look around and went, "Yeah, I'm out of here." That is true. So why are you doing it?
Why am I doing what?
Fighting.
It's interesting, right? Because I would say the people I was closest to in the police department would Maxwell's number one, right? Then you have like Carmine, Pred, Jeb. They're not even in the PD anymore. Peach stepped away. Shiesty's not coming around. Me and Opal aren't as close as we used to be at all. I do it because I swore an oath. I do it, in all honesty, Johnny, because I think it's just become a bit of a habit of mine. I have gotten so used to fighting, and it's all I know how to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gone for a long time, and I felt like something was pulling me back to the island. I don't know. I told you this before, but I don't believe in the fucking prophecies and hippy dippy shit with all the spice and all that stuff that went on before. But I felt like there was a reason I was back, and something that I haven't been very honest with you about is the yard stuff. I wanted to, like you was asking, help in my own way. I knew a lot more about the yard stuff than just the HR. And I'll be honest, dude, based on a couple of the questions you asked me, I kind of figured you had an inkling or two. But even that was fucking
Just give him the space.
punching a brick wall. Once I realized the magnitude of what we were up against, no information, no intelligence gathering could ever crack that fucking wall. Just like everybody else, even the people I relied on for certain things, slowly jumped on boats, jumped on planes, and fucked off. And I feel like I'm just standing in a hallway like this, yelling at the top of my lungs, how can I help? And everybody's upstairs doing their thing or jumping on planes.
Why don't you become a police officer, Johnny?
You know I'm never going to pass the fucking thing.
Why? Why? Grayson did it. Grayson can't do shit other than law stuff. He can't drive. He can't shoot. You and Kingsman have got a similar set of skills, do you not?
No, Kingsman's a good driver at least.
No, he's not.
He knows where the fuck he is at most
of
the time.
Does he?
Can radio
Listen,
over shit.
Kingsman's my homie, but does he?
I don't know.
Why don't you pick up a badge?
Is it too late for that?
Why is it ever too late? When is too late ever? When is it ever too late? I mean, right now we've got some stuff going on with hiring, but I know Maxwell wants to have a chat with the Chief Justice about lifting that.
if it's possible, I'm not opposed to it. It's more than I could do sat here holding my fucking camera. I'll be honest with you.
D and Paps taking on the mean streets of Los Santos. Taking a
That
fun
would be a fucking story, huh?
Right? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? You know what? You know why I'm making even this comment a thing, Johnny?
Why is that?
There's some people that would fucking hate you for the way that you, the path that you took me down when I came to this city, right?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate what you did for me. I always have, always will. You gave me a place. You gave me opportunity. You gave me a purpose. Right? Whether it was right, wrong, who cares? Doesn't matter what it was. You need those things in life, right? You extended the hand. You pulled me up onto the rock that you was on, right? Made sure the waves weren't fucking beating me down. Let me sell your fucking podcast tapes. You then got me some weed. You put me to work.
I was actually talking about that to Yuri yesterday. I told him that I met you as somebody that wanted to be a cop, but I only had keys to the fucking house that I was already in. I didn't know anything else, right? So I was like, I fuck with you. Welcome in. This is all I know, basically. But I appreciate that you see it that way.
And I might just be in a position where I can give you some purpose, some reason to be, something you can be passionate about and feel like you're actually having an impact. Is it something you'd be interested in, Johnny? Is this something you would put time and effort into? Not, this is, becoming a police officer is no small feat, no small task.
But I fucking remember you standing in that lobby 7 hours a day with me calling you. You're just like, yeah, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, but I can't leave.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't have that with ODPD, but you still have to put in the graft to learn streets. You ain't going to be the best driver in the world, but, be able to get from A to B, to get comfortable with a firearm, to be able to negotiate with hostage takers, to understand how to you already know how to interact with the public, but from a law enforcement part of it, how to, the way I describe the difference between ODPD and the other departments, and I don't mean this in a derogatory or mean way, because I was LSPD and I was this way too, is they do very mathematical based police work. Do you know what I mean by that?
I do. That's why I gravitate towards you guys, even in my everyday interactions.
Yeah, 1 + 1 = 2, right? 1 + 3 = that. I go to bank, hostage there. I communicate. I get the, it's very well understood. ODPD, we respond to 911s and small crimes where people are doing fucking crazy shit, and sometimes you don't know where your arse is from your elbow. So you have to be very well rooted in your foundations of understanding what you can and can't do with what you know and can prove.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident in your ability to navigate that stuff. Do you want me to have a conversation?
I would love that, yeah.
Do you have a fucking record?
I say that with
Paps?
no hesitation. I have a misdemeanor.
What you got?
I'm disobeying a peace officer.
Fuck's sake, who was that? Was that? Oh, I remember that. Was that Aaron Carter?
Yeah. We went to court to appeal it, and the lawyers completely fucked it up. They didn't call me to the stand. They forgot certain things. It was a clean win for them. But yeah.
Okay. You probably didn't expect this conversation to go this way, did you?
I did not, but that's why I love having a conversation with you. That's why I come to you for advice and even just to get things off my chest, like the Shields and Alfonso thing. That's not my world, but I just feel like you knowing whether it's good or bad and knowing that Yuri knows it, you'll know what to do with that information.
Well, between me and you, I'm pretty sure something massive is going on right now, and I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm gonna have a conversation with Maxwell.
Yeah.
I've never had a nepo wire. So,
I don't know what that means.
nepotism. You know nepotism means you get a job because you're my mate.
Oh yeah.
I've never had a
Call
nepo
that one
wire,
back.
and I feel like I'm owed at least one fucking nepo wire. And if I was to put my trust in anyone, it'd be you. But before I do, Johnny, how often could you be on duty?
I mean, most days, spotty on weekends.
Most days, but on the weekends. What does that translate to, though? How many hours
4
after
hours.
storm are you normally around?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 hours after storm or 1 hour after storm, and then every other day at storm, at least 4 or 5 hours a day.
So you'll be a mid shift one, possibly into early shift two, and then weekends is just when you can.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can commit to 4 to 5 hours a day, is what you're saying?
Yeah, at the very least. I can also, yeah, that's the standard. There are
Be honest.
times where I
Don't
could
say.
wake up.
Yeah. I mean, just say what it is. Don't oversell it. Be honest.
Yeah. No, that's the. I'm giving you the
How, guys, wouldn't it be great?
average.
Wouldn't that be great?
Not the bare minimum and not the oversell.
Okay. I'm having a conversation with the chief. If I get this across the line, Johnny, I expect this to be your fucking life and soul.
I understand that. Once I commit to something,
I know.
I go all out.
I know. You're a weirdo like me.
We tunnel vision, bro.
It's because we got the tism.
Yes, sir.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Obsessive is really fucked up. I'm going to do everything I can to make this happen for you, Paps. I mean that. I can't promise I can make it happen. But you best believe I'm going to try my best for you, okay?
Understood.
No? You say 10-4.
10-4.
Or A firm.
A firm. I can get used to that.
And you remember that day we drew a line under the sand, Johnny? Remember that day we drew that line in the sand?
I remember it very well, yeah.
Well, let's just say if you become an officer, I expect me and you to have an unveiling conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I was already telling you that there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't told you. I'm ready to unveil. With or without this, I'll be honest with you.
Well,
you of all people at least deserve the truth.
Well, you let me see what I can do before you tell me. Let me see if I can earn it before you give it me for free. How about that?
Nay, firm.
Makes it feel better. Makes me feel better about myself. You know what's crazy, Johnny? I've been in this random spot in the city for how long? And not a single person's checked if I'm okay.
from the
from anyone.
from the PD.
I should probably go back to PD though. Is there anything else you want to talk about before?
No, we're all good, brother. I'll get you back there.
I understand that I might not let you get out what you wanted to get out, but we can chat another day if I can't make this happen, right?
Understood.
You know I care about you, Johnny, right?
Likewise, man. I think you and I struggle with the constant emphasis of just how much, but I think we both understand it.